It is an era of turbulence, a time of uncertainty. The world is changing. Kingdoms emerge and prepare for war. Welcome to Fantasia.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Klautos here. Welcome back to Fantasia. This is Chapter 2, and we are still here in the Goblin City. And we'll probably be here for a little bit because I've got some big plans for this area. And right off the bat, I want to thank you guys for the incredible reception on Episode 1. It got, I think, something like 150 views in the first day, which is insane. I've never had a video get that many views right away. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Number 2, you'll notice the place looks a little different. And that is because I have switched texture packs. I am no longer in the John Smith Legacy version 5 because I've upgraded to the latest John Smith texture pack, which is Conquest Reforged. And look at that stone. That's amazing. That is so cool. There's got to be like 16 different stone textures worked in there. Something like that. And this dirt and the gravel and the coarse dirt, they all just... Man, it flows so much better. And the stairs as well. The cobblestone stairs that I mentioned in the last episode have been fixed. If I can find a stair... I know there's some down here on these stalagmites. Yeah, they no longer have that flat sort of plate on top, which is awesome. Now it sort of blends in with the stalagmite a little better. So yes, I will be using this resource pack from now on. I did not install the mods, so I don't have any of the extra blocks and all the extra models and all that stuff. And the reason is I want to keep this a vanilla series. And if I were to do that, then whenever the updates come out, I wouldn't be able to update my game until Conquest Reforge updates their mod, and I would just sort of be locked in. And I don't want that. So, and I do want to keep this vanilla. So, vanilla with some amazing textures. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so I've done a little bit in between episodes. One thing I was thinking about doing, but I'm not going to be doing just yet, is instead of having these upside down stairs, what I'd really like to use is trap doors. Like, you know, just like that. And what I'd probably also do is lower that fire down so just a little bit of it peaks up, but I'm not going to do it yet simply because I'm still in 1.12.2 and right now this is the only trapdoor that I have access to, and it doesn't really look goblin-y. You know, it's too ornate with the little iron, you know, intricacies in there. That's not something a goblin would do. So, and I don't want to go in and edit the texture pack. So for now, it's going to stay this. And I imagine once 1.13 comes out, we can go ahead and change that to something that looks a little cooler. So yeah, that'll be on the back burner. What I have done, though, is I've added these little bridges in here. Nothing terribly fancy. In fact, I'm going for the opposite of fancy. Now, I want all the bridges in the Goblin City to kind of droop down like they're hanging, because they don't really... The goblins don't really like building these bridges that go up and they're structured and, you know, stone bridges, you know, things like that. They don't really do that. They just sort of, they do things as simply and as easily as possible. So they just took some wood and just right there, and, you know, this sort of gives it sort of a crude look, you know. Now this one actually goes up a little bit so it doesn't really droop down so much. But, yeah, that's it. And this one as well. This one was actually kind of tricky to get, but I like the way it turned out. And so now we don't have to fly across those gaps. We've got bridges going all over the place. So, what are we going to do today? I've been thinking about doing a few things. One is working on the Goblin King's sort of chair right here, his throne, and kind of on the fence about that. The reason is I want to show you guys something. Let me switch to spectator mode real quick. What is that? 3. Yeah. So, over here, if we fly up here, we're pretty much immediately outside. So we really can't build anything here. And I really don't want to fill this in, because what I'm thinking about doing here is maybe having... I mean, this is completely surrounded by mountain. It's a very hidden area, so maybe we could have something goblin-y in here, although they're not really too keen on going outside. But, over here, I want to make this little area here, I want this to be a tunnel, and probably there as well. And I'll probably have this ledge go out this way, because right through this wall, we have all this space. I mean, you can see the top of the mountain way up there. We have tons and tons of space right in here that we could fill in. And there's our Goblin City right now. It could be so much bigger, and I really want to make it even bigger. So I think that's what I'm going to do in this episode. It's going to take a very long time. This is going to be, I don't know, not the main area anymore. This will be, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. But, man, I really want to use this space. I really do. Let me get a little bit of work done in there, and I'll be back with you guys once I got something. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I've got quite a lot done. You can't see it yet, but there it is. Look at that. Ooh. Let's look at it from over here. Ooh, that's nice. We got this big pillar right here that kind of curves up to this area. And there's even another way into that place from up here. Let's get rid of some of these. Yeah, right here. You come to a little ledge. This is going to end up being a bridge going somewhere. But yes, this is the area. I think this is going to be the main Goblin City. I'll have to think of something for this. I guess this will be a city too. This will be like a... I don't know. One sector of the city, I guess. So, yeah, the idea here is I'm going to have these paths coming in and going up and going down and through these little crevices and up on these little ledges here, and there's going to be little goblin houses on them and stuff. It's just going to be jam-packed full of all kinds of stuff. It's going to be awesome. Bridges, little buildings. Now the goblins, here's how I see them. They don't really do much with stone. They can dig it out, but they don't really have the technology to build with it. So most of their structures are going to be wood, based on wood. There might be a little bit of stone, but not too much. And so one of the things I'm going to have to do eventually is have sort of a logging tunnel going out into a forest somewhere where they can haul in wood for their builds. So anyway, the next thing I need to do is to take these paths and sort of spread them all around this area, going up and down and just all around. And light this place up. I realize it's very, very dark in here right now, and there's really nothing I can do about that. So I will get these I will get the fire put in very quickly. If you look at my settings, if I go to video settings, the brightness is already bright. So if I bring it down to moody, check this out. Oh, it's dark. You can't see anything. But this is really cool, though. I like this moodiness here. That's, yeah, especially once all this stuff is all decorated and built up, it's going to be really cool. So, anyway, let me get this back to bright, which really isn't that bright, but I guess by comparison it is. So, let me go ahead and get these paths laid out and sort of get the layout of the city sort of done, and I think I might do that in the form of a time lapse. We'll see if the replay mod cooperates with me. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. That was probably about, I don't know, 4 hours or so of work, but check it out. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's not done, still got plenty to do, but I've got the general layout of the floor and some of the walls done, and I've marked out with these fires well, some of them, where houses and buildings are going to go. Like right here is going to be a little house. And there's another one over there. There's one there. There's going to be one on top of here. One right there, up there. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. I like this little bridge here. It's like a natural rock formation. Well, I mean, I made it, so it's not natural, but they just sort of carved out this little tunnel coming under here. There's all kinds of really cool little nooks and crannies in this area that are just waiting to be filled with cool and interesting things. And yeah, like down here, I mean, there's just all kinds of places in here. I still have to do all of these walls. It goes, let me go ahead and fly up here. I'll show you how high up this goes. Yeah, way up here. Oh, little lag spike right there. It's going to come way up here. Now, all of these walls are going to have little holes in them with bridges. There's going to be a whole web of bridges just crisscrossing this area. It's going to be sweet. So we have an exit right here. And if you look out, this is the starter area. That's the original cave right there where we started. So there's an exit here. And there's another one a little farther up right here. So they completely dominate the inside of this mountain. I'm probably going to make these holes a little smaller. Although they're up so high in elevation that I don't think that they would be worried about intruders coming in up here. So maybe up here we could have these larger holes. I don't know. So this is going to take a lot of time and work to do. So I've got plenty to do in between episodes. Yeah, I really like this thing here coming down like this. So I did a little bit of reshaping of this stone here after I did the time lapse, and I've been sort of going through these walls, not so much up here, but like all around this area, and sort of smoothing them out a little bit. And one thing that I do when I do that, like yeah, those that looks fine to me. But what I tend to do is stuff like this. Get rid of that and that, and just sort of clean it up a little bit, you know? I try to not to, if there's like stone with nothing underneath it, I usually get rid of it, so that the stone looks more vertical than it does horizontal. Like, we don't want the stone to really look so horizontal. We don't want it to look vertical and horizontal at the same time. I'm going for more of a vertical sort of stone patterns, I guess, in the walls. So like in here, you can see it's all just going down, you know, with a couple of little exceptions. You don't want to stick to that rule too much. Like right here, I take that out, you know, sort of clean it up a little bit. And I've just been going through and doing that on all these walls, and yeah, I think it looks nice. So up here, I'm trying to work out a way to get up here. Probably have some kind of tunnel or something. This is a really cool lookout area right here, and there will be a bridge going straight across to there, and that bridge is, I think, gonna pop out right on the other side, inside of the first area. It might be too high though. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's too high. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out. Oh, I'm stuck. I'll figure that out off camera. But yeah, I'm super thrilled with how this area is turning out. A lot of these floating blocks I'm getting rid of as well. It looks like that is okay. Trying to find an area where yeah, like this. Bye-bye. What's this? That doesn't make any sense. So that can go. We'll probably go ahead and peel this back as well. There. And like these, I'm trying to get rid of these circles, because it just looks like, hey, world edit. Hey, world edit. World edit. World edit. World edit. World edit. It's all over the place. So that's like the main reason why I'm going through. I don't want it to look like I just sat there and world edited the whole thing. Which really, by the time this is done, you're not going to be able to tell. I'm going to have to go back and all over these walls. Oh boy. So, I've got a lot to do in between episodes. I think that's going to do it for this one, y'all. I do appreciate you watching. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it. It helps out my channel tremendously. And subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this and to see what happens in the next episode. I kind of want to just tell you, I'm going to build stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it. Have a good one.